We are doing a few things today. The main thing I'm trying to get done today is basically take off the backrest of my back seat. So this right here is bolted to the car. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. And the reason for that is, so I bought new seat covers for my seats and I want my back seat to match my front seat. And honestly, these cars, they shouldn't have back seats. They don't need back seats. It's if you've ever ridden in the back of a Volkswagen, they're already limited, and this is a shortened Volkswagen, so it's even more limited, and there's almost zero. I have my seat pushed forward. The space between it's maybe for a kid, but I want a back seat, I guess. I have seat belts, so I bought seat covers for my car from J-Bugs, and it came with a back seat cover, and here it is. And it was expensive, so I'm not gonna not use it. So this part of my seat is just, you know, safety first, right, kids? It's just cut out of it's like plywood and then upholstered, and so the seat back is actually drilled through the fiberglass and has big washers. So I imagine it's a bolt that's drilled through the wood, because I'm imagining it's wood to make a cheap seat back. So I have to take that off so I can get it upholstered, and I'm gonna actually hit up my mother-in-law to see if she can do it. Excuse my super messy backyard. I've got bikes and tubs and wheelbarrows and all kinds of bullshit and a lot of Volkswagen parts. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna see if I can unbolt this seat back so I can reupholster it. What size do we think this is gonna be? It's a pretty big bolt, pretty big nut. 7/8. Too big. 3/4. Way too big. 11/16. Huh. Did you see that? It's magnetic. Oh, dude. There's a lot of bolts. There's 2 bolts in the middle. Alright. Okay, well, it actually ended up being about 3 bolts. Here is my seat back. Like I thought, it's wood. And you can see how dirty it is. I don't know when's the last time. This has been off the car. Probably the 90s. So, anyway, there's some dirt. 3 bolts, not so bad. I had to take apart some stuff. I had to take apart my little snorkel air cleaner. I accidentally took apart part of the seat belts just because I thought that's what also anchored it. So we call my wife's mom Grandmama for various reasons. She's from Uruguay, and I think that's just what she told us to call her, and so that's what we call her. So when she gets here later today, it's my son's birthday party today, and she's going to be here, and I'm going to ask her to see if she can sew this or staple it, really, because it looks like it's, you know, it's like boat style where it's just stapled. It's like, you know, staples. You just cut it right, pull it tight, and staple it. And as easy as I just made that sound, it is far beyond my capabilities. I think if she just took this off and looked at the pattern and cut, you know, the material I'm going to give her, which is supposed to fit a Volkswagen rear seat, hopefully it all works out. Only time will tell. So my rear seat is completely taken out. It was pretty easy. And yeah, I want a white back seat. The other thing is just a plain black carpet. Yeah, I'm going to see if Alan, who owned this car before me, might have welded in some diamond plate to patch some holes. I want to do this carpet in this material, this Serape blanket. I think I got it on eBay and they were pretty cheap. I want to do my carpet in that color to, I guess, match this. It just seems like a fun idea. Okay, here we are with my mother-in-law. Say hi.
Hi.
Basically, what I want to do, or what I want you to do, this is the back seat to my car.
Okay.
And it's just upholstered.
Right.
Right?
Simple.
There's foam.
Uh-huh.
And I want to replace it
Right.
with a different material
Okay.
that I have. This material
Uh-huh.
is what my front seats are.
Okay.
So it's not exactly right for that, but do you think you can cut it or alter it to where...
This is simple shit.
This is simple shit?
I'm sorry.
So that's the first thing. Okay, so there's 2 pieces, and we're going to use this material to that, and then the seat back. You think you can do it?
Yeah, okay, that part no problem. Where's the other one? Oh yeah. This should be no problem at all.
So, well, this it doesn't matter to me, but is it easier to use this pad?
Oh, definitely. I'm not removing anything.
Right.
I'm adding that.
You're gonna put it over it?
Yes.
And that's like the best way, or
right? Because you get
it's already got the padding.
Right, you got the padding. Unless you want to change it for something thicker, it's up to you.
No,
but
it doesn't. It doesn't bother me the way it is now.
Right. Yeah. No, it's no problem at all.
Okay.
You just put it over, and I know a trick to make it nice and tight.
Right.
I have to cut it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a simple, easy done. No problem.
Here's the other thing. So if that's easy, then this will be. I think it's easy. So this is just one of the panels. That's my floorboard, right? So I have material, but I can show you basically what it looks like and the thickness. It's just this blanket stuff. I have another blanket just like this, basically, and you could do it any way you want if you wrap it or just. Just the top of it.
You want to do the blanket on the floor?
Yes, but you could sew it to that piece.
No, that piece is bad. That piece needs to be replaced. What I would like to do is you can buy something that might fit here and put this on top of it.
Right. So like so buy like a floor mat.
Right.
That's already thick.
Right, because you have to remember. This kind of thing with this will get a beating. So
right,
and this is not meant for the
floor. This is really thin.
Yeah.
I know it'll wear out eventually.
It'll wear out and we'll get a hole.
Right.
So it needs a good base.
Okay.
And that's not a good base.
Right. That's a bad. Okay.
Even we can. It's as cheap as a Walmart or somewhere. A
like
cheap
carpet.
No, not carpet.
Mat.
A mat for a car. That I can cut.
Oh, okay.
See, a mat for a car that has a nice rubbing or something.
And then you'll just wrap that.
Right, I can put that, cut it, and because this one, once you cut it, you have to seal it on the side because it's gonna dismantle.
Right.
So, first I have to make sure that you have a good base to attach that to it.
I got it.
And then once I have a good base, then I can cut that to the pattern that I need.
Right.
Seal it. And then put them together.
So you can do it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay, well you heard it. So there'll be an update, and when this is all happens. And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And you got anything to say?
I hope he doesn't want it by tomorrow.
Operation Interior is well underway. My mother-in-law is currently working on my back seat. Thank you to you. Thank you, Grandmama, for doing that. The next part of the puzzle is I want to do the 2 front carpet areas, floorboards, in a serape carpet rug pattern like the top of my car. Here we go. My mother-in-law is back, and we are looking at what we're gonna do for the floor mats. This is my material, and I didn't know if I had enough, and I think I have enough for just like one side, right? And then, so here's the stuff I bought. I think however you decide to trim it is fine with me. So if you cut it...
That's the pattern. So that's just the pattern.
Right, this is the pattern, and then this is the mat. Right, so I don't know if maybe you like trim it first.
If you use it as is, it won't fit. That's what you're telling me?
Right, so it's got to be trimmed a little bit. Because the pedals, there's like a thing in the car, and then also this would like right up like this.
Right, and what happened here is will be short.
So it's okay because it's going under the seat.
Oh,
so this doesn't matter. So it's only going to go, you don't have to, just this is as long as it's got to be, that's as long as it's going to be. What I just would like is for this to be trimmed, this little notch. And then on this one, I would prefer it if it was straight, but it doesn't really matter because it's, again, you don't have to trim any of that. Maybe just trim this.
Right.
And that's it. And then just cover it with that. And then these ones, if you can do it, great. If you can't do it, that's okay. No, they're going in the back, and they're just more for the car. And
right. Because you have chosen this kind of material for the floor, which is unusual.
It is.
This is not meant for that.
Quick question.
Yes.
So I think the pattern, so like
Oh, yeah,
this
how
way.
you want to do it.
Yeah, so like that's in the back, right? So
This
that
is
would
at the back.
Right. So that would be
On the front. You want it this way, the pattern, or that way?
that way.
Oh,
And the
alongside.
Right. So these would be like that. So it's always going this way. Because in the back seat,
No.
actually that might be switched
right,
the other
right,
way.
right.
Yeah, because
this
it's gonna
goes. This goes this way, it has to be this way, right?
Right. I just wanted to. So here, look at the car for a second. It just the roof goes that way,
Right.
right? And I just want the
Oh, you'll have the roof in the same color. Perfect.
right.
Okay, so I want to make sure I understand. The roof goes this way.
Right.
You want the floor going the other way or the same?
Same. This way.
Across.
Right. Across.
Across from the seat.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then, so for the back seats, those little pads, you're barely even going to see them.
Right.
You could probably do them, like you said, like skinny ways.
I need to know before I put I do the
Hang on.
pattern.
Yeah, you're right.
How do I make it-
Let's see what fits best.
Yeah.
It's too wide,
It's too wide.
right? Because it's so small down here, so skinny ways fits perfect.
Okay, so along the way.
Yeah.
So it's going to go just like the roof.
Yep. Just like the roof.
Across.
Like this. Yep.
Right. So this will be there.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So it'll be even stronger.
Like 2 layers.
Right.
Whatever you think, because I know this stuff is not very. I've already the roof is already because of the wind and different things,
Right.
and I learned some stuff like, and again, your feet rubbing on it. I'm gonna make sure. I mean, me and Brody are the only ones that get in it to be
Right.
really soft on the carpet. But if you doubled it, it would just last longer. Okay, so I'm gonna fold it up.
Yeah.
Better.
I took it to this place, the shoe place, that he's gonna sew it for me because it needs to. Even though I did it by hand,
Right. You want like a thicker.
right? I want it strong because I'm going to pull,
Right.
you know, to make it nice and tight so it won't be loose. But that, like I said, and that you have to pick it up on Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
And other than that, I'm kind of excited about it.
I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Couple things. First off, thank my mother-in-law for all the help, her willingness to work on this project with me. Really excited to see how it turns out, and I just want to tell her I really appreciate her help. Another thing, just a quick shout out to Myers Manx Club. They have an event coming up. It is the Buggies and Balloons, May 16th to the 19th, 2024. It is the Manx Club meets Hot Air Balloons in Gardnerville/Minden, Nevada. That's not that far from me. It's about 3 hours. I'm not big into heights or hot air balloons, and I don't plan on getting on one. I think it's going to be a really beautiful event. It is the hot air balloon festival going on there. Don't know, again, if I can get Brody to go. He usually does not like to miss school, so we'll see. Also, yep, I'm wearing another weird hat. So that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to say thank you to my mother-in-law. I think it's going to turn out awesome, and I'm excited to get it back in the car. I don't have any other big plans for the interior other than this. This is kind of pretty much the end of the interior as far as I'm concerned. My next project is the windshield. The windshield has a big crack in it, and it's been bugging me, and it needs to be replaced. So I talked to a glass company. We'll see how that goes. Other than the windshield, everything else is big things. I still want to buy a body. I'm not gonna. I still want a motor. I'm looking at different possibilities. Turnkey motors, it's expensive. Volkswagen stuff is expensive, and it used to be super cheap. So a lot of trips coming up, and you're just gonna have to stay tuned to see how the interior turns out. Once I get it back and get it back in the car, I'll keep you updated. Like I said, I'm super excited, super colorful, super bright, white interior with like a really, really colorful carpet. It is my vision. I think it pays tribute to Baja, the Baja 1000, the Mexican 1000, all the races the dune buggies were involved in. The color of my car, it lends itself, exuberant interior. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. And yeah, till then, see you later.